What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today I was going to do live streams all this week. We are going to do more live streams into videos this week. I took on board some comments and we'll get into some comments in a bit. Today we're going to start off with the La Liga Team of the Season SBC. I'm going to show you just my trade pile and obviously we're going to open this pack and then we're going to see about trying to fit it into the team. But then we're going to go into just 3 FUT Champs games of extended highlights instead of just goals, because I've tried a new formation this time around, again recommended by the comment section, and I love it. So I just want to show you guys the inner workings of the formation. Now for this team that I'm using, most of it is untradeable. Carnese is untradeable, Valencia untradeable, Laporte untradeable, a tradable Cahill and a tradable Reina, but then untradeable Gay, untradeable Ramsey, untradeable Mata, the tradable Kobayashi that we got from the Rest of the World SBC, the tradable Asenjo and the tradable Asensio. Obviously, I need the 2 La Liga players. I could use Crescito instead of Kobayashi, but because I know I can sell Kobayashi and I can't sell Crescito, but Kobayashi is a card that didn't cost me much and I won't really ever use, and Crescito is a card that I might use. I don't know, man. I could get like 70k for this guy right here, man. Do I just use the untradeable? How much has he gone up to? No way is he at 90k. Yeah, okay. Change of plan. We're using Crescito. Let's get him in there. Let's turn him in. And let's go and see who we get as our player. Now, before we go into the pack, let's take a look at our FUT Central. We've done one more of the daily objectives. Score for Portugal. We did that in draft. And we get ourselves a squad fitness card for that. So that's pretty good. I can't believe the Team of the Season cards if they've gone up to like 80, 90k. Because I started selling mine off. Not in panic, but just because I wanted the profit back. I sold Mahrez again as well, guys, for 315. I started selling them off, as you can see, for like 63 to 65. Now, I bought a fair few high-rated players from just around roundabouts everything, really, on the hopes that they'll be worth a little bit more. And it does look like they've gone up a little bit. I bought like Zaha. I doubt he's gone up now. Maybe a little bit. I'll list them up. I bought 2 Arias cards as well for 71k. Just in the hopes that they go up for when Lozano comes out, and it looks like they might even be up to the 90s. I might even, oh no, it says 80k, so that means Kobayashi's not going for much more than 80k either. We bought these Mesa cards. I thought it was going to be an 83 rated. Now he's already up to 4.1k, and I bought for 2.6k, so I have made some good value out of these. This Jonas card as well. We've got a lot of sellable items on this trade pile, as you can see, that we've got. So it's not a bad spot, and I will list up all of these guys in a bit. I'll let them go on open bid just for whatever they get. Now for the squad, I sold Mahrez. I only played 2 games with Mahrez, but I wasn't impressed enough to just leave Sané on the bench. I much prefer Sané. This is my team right now. Obviously, we bought Ramos, we bought Maldini, we bought De Gea, we bought Fernandinho, we bought Son, we bought De Bruyne, and I bought Ashley Young. Now, depending on who I get out of this La Liga Team of the Season pack, it's likely that Fernandinho will remain, Dele Alli will drop off, Ashley Young will drop off, Sané will come over to be the 10 chem guy, because now everyone at this point gets perfect chemistry, and so no matter what here, no matter what here, I can do any La Liga left centre mid or striker. If like I get a Griezmann or a Suarez or a Ronaldo or a Messi, they can go in that centre mid role, and then we can get the left back, whoever it may need to be. Felipe Luis for Griezmann, Jose Gaya for any Spanish centre mid, Marcelo for Ronaldo, Alba for Messi, and then it will just give everyone the full chem. So basically, based on this pack, which we're about to open now, I'm nervous, man, because I don't get the greatest luck out of these, but I'm just desperate for a big card, man. I'm desperate for a game-changing card. Let's open it, let's see who we get, and then in tomorrow's episode, we will see the upgrades to the squad that change based on this card. So it's going to be Spanish, goalkeeper. Oh, it's a disappointing one. It's a Dan. Ooh, crap. Now I guess the question remains as to whether or not I sell De Gea, get some money back and use a Dan. I would have actually been more happy with like a Parejo or just any central bet. Basically anyone that wasn't a goalkeeper would have been suited for me. Sadly, that's not the case. Adan is one of the cheapest. I think he's actually only worth about like 100k or maybe even less. I think he was down under 100k. So Team of the Season Adan is currently going for What we can do though is we can recycle this one, right? We can recycle him. Yeah, so he's 84k. He's literally like almost as cheap as the rest of the world cards for a 92. So what I will do is on Tuesday I'll recycle this Adan card. It means that we'll get the rest of the team done for stupidly cheap, and we'll see what our next La Liga guy is going to be. Or let me know in the comments if you would prefer if we kept all of our Major League Team of the Season cards just to see what we can put together at the end as an untradeable. Because, I mean, it's not a bad card. Good diving, good handling, good positioning, good reflexes, great speed and okay kicking. How tall is he? He's 6'3", that's not bad. What's his goalkeeping? He's got a traditional saving technique. I doubt he has the saves with feet trait, but he can genuinely just slot straight into my goalkeeping role. But do I want to get the coins back for David De Gea? Because what I could do is I could sell De Gea, pop in Adan, sell Ashley Young, and then go and get myself Luis Suarez and any, you know, a left back that would work, Felipe Luis. And then when I go into the 4-2-3-1, I've got two good CDMs and a good attack. And when I go into the 4-4-2, I've got some good players there as well. Son and Sané on the wings, De Bruyne and Suarez up front. Maybe I just go and buy. Maybe I go and sell with De Gea and buy a Suarez. And I tell you what, I've not been overly impressed with David De Gea. I know I'll lose a few coins on him, but he parries a lot. So I might try it. We'll try it. We'll play some games with Adan and we'll see where we go. But this is going to be the end of this section, guys. I'm going to go and be right back, and we're going to go and show you some extended gameplay now. So yeah, I will be right back. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, as I mentioned before, only 3 games here. And what I've tried to do with this gameplay is show, in the first game specifically, some good defensive plays and some good attacking plays that didn't necessarily result in goals. And then what I also showed was the breakdown of my opponent's attack that led to my goals. In the very, very first part, I also show you the formation I switched to and the in-game tactics and stuff. And all this stemmed from the gaming club said, Nep, you said you love 2 strikers and 2 CDMs, and you love the 4-4-2, so try the second variant maybe. And I can't believe I didn't think of this myself, right? How long have I been playing this game? I mean, oh my God. But one thing that, like, I want to talk about before I get into some comments, because I've got some great comments. We've only got about 15 minutes in terms of gameplay. But what I want to do is just talk about why I feel like this formation is going to be great for me and how I'm going to utilize it. So first things first is I love 2 strikers in this game for 2 reasons. Number 1, the long goal kick that I score from that you're going to see happen in this game only works with 2 strikers. It doesn't work with the 3 attacker formations, so the 4-3-3s it doesn't work with, and it doesn't work with 1 striker formations neither. So straight off the back of that, although it is a heavy game manipulation, it's like everything's a game manipulation, right? Ball rolls, roulettes, heel-to-heel flicks, specifically heel-to-heel flicks, low-driven shots, finesse shots from the top of the box. These are all ways that people manipulate the game into their favour. And so the goalkeeper-driven goal, like the goalkeeper's driven kick down to your striker is a game manipulation. And it's a way that I found super effective to score, or at least put doubt in my opponent to the point where he changes the way he acts out of goal kicks. And that gives me other opportunities. So again, what that comes down to is in the 4 with 2 strikers and 2 wide players, which is why I was getting into the 4-4-2 a lot. That was super effective because if he then recognises that I keep playing that long goal kick, what he'll do is he'll either run his fullback back away to cover that goal kick, but in that instance he actually leaves the right midfield wide open. So then I've got a throw all the way to the right midfield, and now I've got what is as good as a counter-attack from that specific position. So I love that. Now, what I also love in this game is having 2 CDMs. In the 4-2-3-1, when you've got CDMs as good as what I've got with Hullet and Fernandinho, it's noticeable that they get involved in the action defensively because I set them to stay back while attacking and just allow the 2 wide men and the 2 strikers to get involved. And for me personally, it absorbs a lot of the problems that I have. And here's that first goal kick. This one results in a goal because the goalkeeper made a mistake. My opponent made a mistake with the goalkeeper. There's another one involved in the gameplay as well. So with the 2 CDMs, it just really helps me because I'm bad defensively. So in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, if I run my CDM out of position using second man press, or if I just take him up the field when I shouldn't do, or if I select the CDM and start chasing and get pulled out manually, I've left myself a huge gap, right? And my opponent ends up creating good opportunities. With 2 CDMs, I can afford to run one of them out aimlessly, because because of how good Fernandinho and Gullit are, and how good their marking interception stats, how good their pace is, how tall they are, their stamina. The one that the AI is controlling is always in the right place. And you'll see so many times here, from when I break the play up, it's always with either Fernandinho or Ruud Gullit, and on the odd occasion it's with Maldini and Ramos. And it's very rare that Maldini and Ramos ever become the players that break the play up, because they don't get the chance to, because Fernandinho and Gullit are always there. The other thing that I love about the 4-4-2-2, and the thing that I work well with in this game, that I experienced through the 4-4-2, the first variant, is having two players on the width is so important, because of the OP crossing techniques, because of how strong they are, and because of how overpowered the through ball in behind the defenders are, specifically from kickoff and counter attacks. Having a right back and right mid that can work together, and a left back and left mid that can work together, again, it just, for me personally, this is the most perfect formation in the game. The only thing that you don't have is that you don't have a cam. And that could be a problem for triangle passes. But what you see here again, Ruud Gullit here, is that for me personally with my team, although Gullit and Fernandinho are so strong defensively, they're also both so strong offensively. 4-star weak for Fernandinho, 5-star, 4-star for Ruud Gullit. They've both got really good passing, really good shooting. Fernandinho not the greatest from shooting, but it's just... this is just the perfect formation, and I played 3 games with this formation in Weekend League. Okay, granted, they weren't like the deep games against the best players, but they were against great teams and good players. And you see here, like, they just work these opponents. So it's really good. Now, the downside to this team is this. I'm playing Dele Alli at right wing, right mid, and that's not a big problem, because although he's not the fastest, he's also not the slowest, and I can actually give him a chem style to boost his pace and something that would be relevant to a right wing. And obviously for me, he's untradeable. So say, for example, if I gave him engine, he goes to 96 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, and he actually becomes a 96 rated right mid. I wonder if I could get him up to a 97 rated right mid. I wonder if like a Hunter or a Catalyst as well gives him insane pace and insane passing. But yeah, basically I can get him up to like a 96 right mid, which is really, really good. We can boost his pace, and his other stats are very good. And then although his agility and balance aren't great, he's really nice and tall, so he wins the back post headers and stuff. But I'm happy to change that Dele Alli. I love De Bruyne as well, by the way. I don't mind playing De Bruyne at striker. 5-star, 4-star. He's fast. Again, I've actually got a basic chem style on him, which doesn't boost his pace all that much. Takes him to 92 acceleration. And makes him a 95 rated striker, but I could quite easily boost him up to, if I put like a Hawk on him, for example, he stays at a 95 striker, but becomes fast. Or if I put a Hunter on him, he also stays at a 95 striker, but goes to 97 overall pace. Absolutely perfect shooting, insane passing, insane dribbling. I personally think a Hawk would probably benefit him the most, but okay, we don't have that rapid player up front. And that's why I like having Heung-min Son up front, because Son is that rapid player for me with that 5-star weak foot as well. For me to get rid of Dele Alli, because I could get rid of Dele Alli and bring in somebody from La Liga, it would mean putting Heung-min Son onto the wing. So I'd have Sané and Son on the wings, and I just feel like that would be a waste on Heung-min Son. So I want to keep Son up front, but the options for me at right wing, right mid, they're always going to be players that are going to be wasted. So, for example, I could go and buy Luis Suarez, team of the season, and I'm actually very, very highly contemplating it. And with Luis Suarez, team of the season, he has great acceleration, but not the best sprint speed. He already has perfect finishing, his dribbling is insane, his physicals are insane. So, maybe we give him Hawk, and that boosts him up to 99 acceleration. But again, Luis Suarez as a right mid wouldn't be very good, but Luis Suarez as a striker would be great. However, again, that would then mean putting Heung-min Son out on the wide, and I don't know if Heung-min Son as a wide man is something that I want, just because I feel like it would be a waste. With that being said, if we give Heung-min Son an engine, he goes up to a 96 rated right mid, perfect pace, great passing, great dribbling, and he actually only has 79 long passing, so I don't know if he'd work very well as a as a right mid. Maybe if we give him Catalyst, he goes to a 95.7. Even then, his long passing still not absolutely insane, you know. So I don't know. I don't know where I want to go with it. I don't know what I want to do with it. With an artist, Heung-min Son becomes much, much better at 97 right mid. But there's options with my team, and getting the right players in at the right points is going to be imperative to making this formation work well with the players that I love. You know, I don't want to drop De Bruyne down into the midfield because it's a CDM. So Gullit and Fernandinho are definitely going to be the guys that there. De Bruyne as a striker is amazing. Son as a striker is amazing. And Dele Alli as a right mid isn't bad. He's done all right. So I might try for a few games. I might go and get Team of the Season Suarez, pop Son at right mid and try it out with Suarez up front. But what that would mean is that I would have to sell Ashley Young and go and buy a different La Liga left back. Anyone, not anyone. I'd actually need Felipe. No, I need Jose. Ooh, I need Jordi Alba. I would need Jordi Alba because I need that strong link to Luis Suarez. And then outside of that, I can sell David De Gea because we got that Adan card and free up the coins to be able to buy Suarez and the left back. Alternatively, selling De Gea will give me enough coins to buy Ter Stegen, who's a great card, also with saves with feet trait. It would give me enough coins to buy Jordi Alba at left back, who obviously is a great left back as well. A little bit weak, which I think Ashley Young is a little bit better for. But Jordi Alba at left back would obviously be insane as well with that pace. You wouldn't even boost his pace, really. I mean, you might give him an anchor, boost him to a 97 left back, or put a shadow, also a 97. I suppose it depends on what you favour, really. But I would personally give him an anchor, I'd say. Maybe even a sentinel. What does a sentinel boost him up to? Only a 96. All right, fair enough. But we'd test that out here or there. But yeah, we could go and get Jordi Alba, Ter Stegen, and then Luis Suarez, and have that as our team. And at that point, there's not really much I can improve on. You know, we'd have Fernandinho and Gullit in at CDM, Suarez and De Bruyne are up front, who are both insane cards, Son and Sané on the wings. Outside of getting, you know, a Cristiano Ronaldo back in the team, but I can't afford his team of the season anyway, our team would, like, genuinely be complete. And then we could go back to David De Gea when we get it. Now, I can try that team for a few days, but of course, once the new SBC comes out for, like, the La Liga, again, who I get out of that will be dependent on who I play. And I can play Adan. He doesn't look bad, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'll test out Adan without getting to Stegen. I don't know. Into some comments real quick, guys, because we don't have that much time left. We've got Finlay Bud says, why didn't you get Team of the Year Ramos? One of the reasons why I didn't go for Team of the Year Ramos, well, I bought Team of the Year Ramos anyway before, and then I sold him. Team of the Year Ramos is currently 1.4 million coins, and Team of the Season Ramos is 800,000 coins. And once you apply an anchor or a shadow to them, they are basically the same. There is very, very, very limited difference, to the point where actually the Team of the Season Ramos with an anchor becomes a 99 rated centre-back. So in the eyes of FIFA and how this game works, he can't get better. So that's why I gone for Team of the Season Ramos. Nathaniel Hughes says, honestly love the ideas of streaming the Road to Glory, just wish I could have caught it live. There was a lot of positives and negatives in the comment section about streaming the Road to Glory. One thing that I might try is maybe streaming it and then editing that down to a video. I'd have to change a few things to sort that out, but I like the idea of maybe streaming sometimes and turning it into a video, maybe streaming sometimes and editing it down into a more compact video, and then sometimes just not streaming like we've done today and just making it a live video. So maybe we'll just get a good mix. And here's the next one that we score here. This guy pumps his keeper. He decides not to. I actually think the keeper would have got there in time. And that goal kick down to the second striker and then cutting it across to the main striker or the other striker is so good. In this game, you can see I've absolutely dominated. One thing that I had when I was using the 4-1-2-1-2 and when I was using the 4-4-2 regular, since I've had this mega team, I've really been unable to hold possession well. I don't know why. I don't know what changed, but yeah, I found it really difficult to hold possession well. Since I switched to the 4-4-2 second variant, I'm up at like 65% possession every game. My pass accuracy is in the mid-90s every game. And generally speaking, I'm just absolutely tearing people apart with this. I'm going to try and play as many games as I can tonight in Foot Champs to get to that point where the matchmaking changes again and I come up against harder opponents, because I would like to see how this team fares against the Elite 3, Elite 2, Elite 1 standard players, and whether or not I'm just battering people because I'm not coming up against great opponents, or whether or not I'm battering people because this team, this formation, and the way I play with this just works for me personally. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. We end up 10-0 after our first 10 games, which is fantastic. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.